About 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. You can already see the tremor in my left hand. Kind of bummed me out. I was a year into a cancer journey at the time. But I got onto YouTube, as you do, typed in funny Parkinson's, pulled up a clip of a comedian, Vicky Clafton, who listed things you could do better with a tremor in your left hand. I thought that was a good idea, so I started thinking of the tremor as a superpower. What could I do with a superpower like this? I could be a bartender. Specializing in James Bond martinis. Shaken, not stirred. What else could I do? I could be a musician. My musician friends tell me I have a natural vibrato. I'm not sure I know what that is, but you all seem to know. I could play castanets. I don't have to learn how to play them, I just have to learn how to hold them. What else could I do? I could be a vending machine attendant. Thank you, Vince. The vending machine steals your money. I'll shake your candy bar off. What else? I could shake snow globes to make sure the snow still falls down. I could shake dice to make sure the dots don't fall off. I could work in a morgue. Every morning I'd go in and shake all the bodies, make sure they're still dead. I'd like to talk about random acts of kindness. Car, trousseau, and photos. So when I was in high school, I got a job babysitting 3 kids for 2 weeks while their parents were out of town. Decided to take them to a high school basketball game. So I'm driving, get into stop and go traffic, and I see brake lights coming on in front of me. So I think, well, I should probably tap my brakes to warn the guy behind me that I might have to stop suddenly. But I didn't do that. And all of a sudden, flashing lights, he crashes into me. So I get out of the car saying, I'm so sorry, it was my fault. I should have tapped my brakes to let you know this situation was developing. And he said, don't you ever get out of a car saying it was your fault. It was my fault. I was following too close. So I look into his car and there's his wife sitting stone-faced, and I can hear the conversation they had just had. You're following too close, back up. No, you're gonna run into her, quit it, back up. Leave me alone, I'm driving. Flashing lights, crash. He looked at my car and saw the 3 kids. He said, you have kids in your car? And I said, yes. He said, are they okay? And I said, yeah, I think they're okay. So I learned 3 things that night. I learned how adults can stand up and take responsibility for their actions like he had. He breathed a sigh of relief. He had hit a teenage driver with 3 kids in the car, and they weren't hurt. And she had earned I told you so points for as long as you could see. I don't think I even told my parents there was no damage to my car. So trousseau. So here's the timeline. January 2nd in the morning, my boyfriend opens up the mail. It's his draft notice. He has to report in 30 days. In the afternoon, I call him and say, I'm probably pregnant. Now, he's facing Vietnam. This was 1968. January 24th, we eloped. January 26th, I drove him to BWI Airport so he could go to basic training. Then he called me that afternoon. He said, you want to come back again? Our flight was delayed. You can come up and we can have dinner before I leave. So I said, sure. So we went up and had dinner with a new friend he'd made and his fiancée. And after dinner, the guys went off. She turned to me and she said, how many times have you driven from Virginia to Baltimore today? And I said, well, twice. Once this morning and once this afternoon. She said, and how long is it? And I said, an hour and a half. She said, and you're getting ready to, so that's 4.5 hours today. How long did you say you've been married again? 2 days. And you're getting ready to get on the road again for another hour and a half? And I said, yes. And she said, nope, you are coming home with me. She showed me her trousseau, put me to bed, sent me off with pancakes the next morning for breakfast. And I was forever grateful. Third random act of kindness is photos. So I lived in my dorm. I couldn't tell them I was pregnant because they had kicked me out, but all my roommates did. So one weekend I went home with one of my roommates, and I must have been complaining about the fact that I had no photos from our wedding because it was cloudy and the flash didn't work, so we didn't have any photos. And so no wedding shower, no photos, poor me. And she says, I don't have any photos from our wedding either. I said, really? She said, yeah, floor length winter white velvet dress, huge wedding party, professional photographer. His film was bad and I have no photos. And you know that feeling when you feel happy because something bad happened to someone else? There's even a word for it, schadenfreude. That's the gift she gave me. Thank you, I'm Carol Covin. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube. And I've written a book, Who Gets to Name Grandma? It's available on Amazon and around the corner at Prospero's. It's a fast read, glass of wine for the evening, 2 hours, and you've read advice from 40 mothers and grandmothers about how to raise the other generation. Thank you.